Today's energy report and the report for the next 2 weeks. As we continue to do another round of let's try to get ourselves together. For a long time, we're not able to put ourselves together again, Humpty Dumpty. We don't have enough crazy glue to put all your pieces back together again. And we don't have anyone professional we can call on, so poor Humpty Dumpty is going to remain broken. On the lighter side, we do understand you and I are not scheduled to remain together forever. The idea that you'll spend a lifetime with one person No, we don't want to be stuck with one person for a lifetime. Even if the person grows to be partnered up with a twin flame, no, 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 no. Somebody's idea sounds like a nightmare in the making. Humans need a lot of alone time, and they need great performances. In other words, you need to be able to see I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say. We don't know what it is that keeps us from being ourselves. So we continually run around looking at the past. This is my pattern. These are things I've experienced. Our producer Bob Frizzell, a long time ago, told us that this pattern of going back and looking in our drawers for souvenirs, looking, what have we had in the past that we want to re-experience? He said, this is old school humanism. He said, it's redundant. He said, don't go down the path of revisiting the path where you've been. It's stupid. In an infinite universe, retracing your steps is stupid. There's so much more fresh and new. Go for fresh and new. On our world, we can't. We cannot. We have an enormous, large world to explore. And we cannot do it at the current time because we have too much industrialism. Industrialism, I'm going to define as my industry owns this territory. You know, if you're a sales manager for a major corporation, you might take the United States and divide it up into smaller pieces. And then you have a sales rep for each one of these sales areas. This is industrialism. It's your assigned area. And you better get to know your area really well because I'm going to hold you to it. But as for you, who's assigned to the Seattle territory, I'm sorry, Portland is someone else's, and you cannot go there. Industrialism. And on planet Earth, we have got this. It doesn't matter, you know. You may be independently wealthy, but you may be prevented from going to various places on planet Earth by humans. Control is the action that they take. I'm going to control my borders. So humans cannot explore planet Earth. You'd have an easier time exploring planet Earth if you are a bird. No one checks for your passport if you're a bird and you're flying from Canada across the international border into the United States and right through the United States, and then you cross into Mexico and you keep going into Belize, Nicaragua, Honduras, and Panama, right through into Colombia and down into Brazil. No one checks for your passport or your health vaccination certificates. You're a bird. The only thing you have to worry about is humans with shotguns who are looking to shoot you out of the sky for sport primarily. Maybe they think you're good to eat, but in my experience, people who call themselves sportsmen and go out shooting birds don't eat the birds. They hang them in the backyard to rot, and then they throw them in the freezer to freezer burn. Maybe you're going to say, that's not me. I'm a sportsman and I eat what I've hunted. I'm sorry. I know people who call themselves sportsmen and they've ruined your parade. Because for decades and decades, they don't eat what they shoot. They don't kill the proper. Something is in season in fall. It's a certain kind of bird, a certain duck, let's say. And I've been out with this person, this sports person, and this sports person, after decades of hunting, still can't tell the difference between this one is one you can shoot and eat, and that one is a songbird. It doesn't have much meat on it. It's not worth killing for its meat, but you're too stupid to know the difference between, a duck with meat on it and a songbird. And you shot the songbird, and the duck went flying away. And you're the one who keeps saying, we really need to pass on this manly tradition of hunting birds to the next generations of humans. And this same person is in charge of a lot of organizational kind of things, human resources kind of things, telling people what's right and wrong about them. Well, is it that the dysfunctional people end up organizing planet Earth for the rest of us? It's because we allow it. We're open to their opinions. Now, having an open mind, you would think, is a good idea. A better way of sorting out people would be to use muscle testing. We will use the scale of human consciousness and a muscle test. And we will determine where each individual falls on the scale of consciousness. And if they don't have a good consciousness calibration, then we're going to put them into a locked facility called a prison. And in the prison, these people will be given lots of time to work on themselves. And we'll know, because muscle testing doesn't lie, we'll know where these people are and whether they've made progress. And if they get to the point where their consciousness calibration comes up to a place where they can be useful for society, they will be let out of the prison. We have parasites on planet Earth. And we know it. The problem is that it often takes a long time to see, because a lot of these parasites are good at pretending that they're valuable commodities. It's not going to happen. My muscle test way of sorting the wheat from the chaff I'm very sorry.